Y'all, Anthony Edwards is standing 10 toes down on his decision regarding Ayesha Howard and the daughter he had with her. He said he doesn't want the baby, and this time, he's not just telling Ayesha over some texts. He dragged her to court to make it clear he doesn't want custody or visitation rights for the baby. Girl, deciding to be a deadbeat on record is nasty work, but he did say from the beginning that he didn't want the baby. Anthony believes Ayesha baby trapped him, and he's not about to let her use him as an ATM. Meanwhile, he has like 4 kids who are all turning 1 at the same time. Chile, this drama is messier than a seafood boil for lunch. So, what is Ayesha doing about Anthony's decision? Did she really baby trap him, or was the baby just an oopsie from a night of passion? Grab a snack because we're about to get to the bottom of this. Guys, y'all need to do better by the children you're bringing into this world, because little Aubrey really came to life through an immature, irresponsible father and a greedy, irresponsible mother. For those who don't know, Aubrey is the baby girl Ayesha Howard had with Timberwolves star Anthony Edwards a few months ago. However, instead of enjoying her maternity leave and bonding with her little girl, Ayesha has been parading courtrooms because Anthony doesn't want to claim the baby or have anything to do with her. At first, he didn't even want to believe the baby was his. He dragged Ayesha to court for a paternity test. Anthony's request was finally granted, and the paternity test revealed that he was truly the daddy. But just because the test proved the baby had his DNA didn't mean Anthony was planning to be in the child's life. Ayesha and I have one minor child together, Aubrey Summer Howard. Paternity was recently established through DNA testing. I am not seeking child custody or visitation of Aubrey. Therefore, the only issues to be resolved are financial in nature. Ayesha was shocked and embarrassed about this statement because she probably thought she would convince Anthony to be in her and the child's life at some point. Imagine the father of your child telling the world he doesn't want to have anything to do with you. Scratch that. Imagine growing up and reading blog articles talking about how your father hated the idea of being your father so much that he told your mum to get rid of you and went to court to make sure he never had to take you to school or change your diaper. Mind you, you're also seeing your supposed father claiming your half-siblings, being present in their lives and posting them all over his social media. Yikes, trust me, no child can heal from that. Like I said before, we need to do better about these kids. If you hate the idea of having a baby so much, then maybe don't do things that lead to babies, or at least use protection. It's really that simple. But here's the thing, we all saw this mess coming from a mile away. Heck, we saw it coming from 1,000 miles away. Firstly, there's an insanely weird age gap between Ayesha and Anthony. She's 38, and Anthony is 23. That's 15 years, guys. To put it into context, when Ayesha was the age Anthony is right now, he would have been around 8 years old. You know, around the same age her son with Lil Baby is right now. If that isn't nasty, I don't know what is. But fine, Anthony couldn't resist that cougar sauce. That's one thing. But then doing the deed without protection, when you know you don't want another baby, girl, I'm not even sure what to call that. Is it stupidity or immaturity? But let's even assume they did use protection and it somehow failed. You know, mistakes happen, accidents happen, it happens. When Ayesha found out she was pregnant, she sent Anthony a message to let him know what's up. And guys, his reaction should have told her everything she needed to know about where he stands with the baby. Anthony didn't even panic or scream at her or anything. He straight up laughed in her face, told her to get rid of the baby, and made it clear that if she brought that baby into this world, there would be no father in its life. It doesn't get much clearer than that. In the court documents she later filed, Ayesha said, "Upon informing Anthony of the pregnancy, he blocked me on all communication platforms and made it clear through text messages that he did not want to be involved in the life of our child. His exact words were that our daughter would be a fatherless child." She continued saying, "From that point on, Anthony never reached out to me to inquire about my well-being, the well-being of our child, or any of the needs I had during my pregnancy. I did not receive any support, emotional, financial, or otherwise, throughout the entire duration of my pregnancy." She attached the text messages where all of this went down. And guys, it's even worse than she described. In the text, Ayesha told Anthony, "I'm pregnant. Wanted to tell you in person, but you gave me no other choice. We probably should have kept it cordial, but we're here now." Anthony responds with, "Okay, LOL, get that termination." Ayesha then says, I don't need hush money. My intentions aren't to blackmail you in any way. I'm being upfront and honest. I'm not getting a termination. It's not an option. I can keep you updated through the process, or I can disappear until the baby is here. It's on you. Either way, I'm done going back and forward because you still think it's a joke. Anthony tells her, oh my God, bye. And she says, not bye. See you later. It doesn't end there though. In the next screenshot, Ayesha asked Anthony if he hated her, and the guy was typing that yes, so fast that he didn't even notice that autocorrect had changed his yes to he's. Anthony then added, because you bringing a child in the world that's gone be without a father. Ayesha responds, I'm not asking you to be with me in any way, shape, form, or fashion. And if you choose to be a complete ghost to your seed, that's totally up to you. That's something you'll have to take up with a higher power. Hard to believe when you fathered a kid outside of your own, but I come in peace, despite what you may think, and I'm not sure how or when to communicate with you without overwhelming you, but we are clear on how you feel. Anthony then responds, I won't be in a child life I don't want, LOL, you are sick. Say what you want about Anthony for being an irresponsible father, serial baby daddy, whatever, but you can't deny that he was pretty clear about the fact that he did not want a baby. And can you blame him? As it is, he already has enough children and baby mamas to worry about. First, there's his girlfriend, Shannon Jackson, who he started dating in 2020. Shannon is Chief Keef's baby mama, and she actually had a son with him named Crew. In March 2024, Anthony and Shannon welcomed their baby girl Aislinn into the world. Aislinn turned 1 recently, and Anthony held a cute little birthday bash for her. By the way, this is the only child he has ever claimed publicly. Looking at Anthony, Shannon, and their little girl, you would think this was a cute little happy family. But while he was supposedly happily in love with Shannon, he stepped out on her multiple times and even had 2 babies with other women. He has a 1-year-old daughter named Aris Ariel Carlisle with his ex Daja Carlisle, and a 1-year-old son named Amir with a woman named Ali D. You know, for someone who claims he doesn't want a baby, Anthony really can't stop swinging his wood around or invest in some rubber. Just going around dropping babies you have no intention of being responsible for. It's a shame. But you know what's even more shameful? The level of delusion Ayesha has right now. Like she really believes this guy will turn around and suddenly become father of the year to her daughter. Allegedly, the main reason Anthony doesn't want to be in either Ayesha's or his daughter's life is that he believes Ayesha is only using him for money. He filed a motion against her, accusing her of bringing the child support case in a California court when she actually lives in Georgia. So here's the deal. According to Anthony, Ayesha lied about moving to California before giving birth to Aubrey so that she could file for child support in California instead of Georgia, where she actually lives. Why would she do that? Because filing in California would allow her to have more child support money. Anthony's lawyer argued, Ayesha's conduct herein unjustifiable and a bad faith attempt to obtain a higher child support order. Ayesha's conduct of manufacturing a false reality and using the party's child for financial gains should not be tolerated. Ayesha has been denying the baby trap allegations. She says she never intended to use the baby to get a paycheck from him, and she also denied filing the lawsuit in California to get a bigger child support check. She provided a driver's license and Aubrey's birth certificate to back up her story, but guess what? The court did not buy it for 1 second. The court ruled that California does not have jurisdiction, so they have to do it in Georgia. This led to a lot of backlash for Ayesha, with people calling her all sorts of names for using her baby as a pawn for a payday. But Ayesha clapped back by sharing a screenshot of her DMs with Anthony going back to 2022. She said, I don't normally out my DMs, but listen, please stop the trapped and the one-night stand narrative. This man started pursuing me back in 2022 and literally did not stop pursuing me until he got me and Aubrey. He did all of the choosing. However, this did not have the effect she thought it would. I mean, just because a 21-year-old was chasing you, a fully grown woman pushing 40, does not mean you had to give him the time of day. She could have blocked him and moved on with her life. Sure, he did some choosing, and he also needs his lashings for abandoning his baby. But people were not here for Ayesha trying to act like she didn't have any choice because Anthony pursued her. Anyway, do you believe Ayesha baby trapped Anthony? And do you think Anthony is doing too much by not wanting to be in the baby's life? Leave a comment down below and check out this next video.